Hey, in this episode of Jasanswers, I'm going to answer this question from Michael Jyon Tero, and he asked this over on YouTube. Thank you, Michael, for leaving this question. It's a good question. Paano po kami makapag-compete sa mga experienced freelancers, especially for a newbie? Thanks po, sir. And for all our non-Tagalog viewers out there, Michael Jyon Tero is asking, how can you compete with experienced freelancers, especially as a newbie? If you're somebody who's new to freelancing and you're still trying to figure out, you're still trying to make things work, how can you compete? When you're applying for a job and there are these other freelancers applying for the same job, but they have experience and you don't have experience to show, you don't have the confidence to tell a client that you're better than these other people or they should hire you instead of these other freelancers, how do you compete? Well, I have an answer for you because I help newbie freelancers get hired. And we see a lot of our students get hired even though they're new, even though they're competing against freelancers who have 5, 6, 7 years experience, they can still get hired. And it's not all the time, okay? It's not 100% because some clients, some companies would really prefer those that have more experience. But there's still a way for you to compete. There's still a way for you to get that experience. Now, my advice is for you to create your own experience, you to create your own portfolio. Okay, so just a little bit of a backstory here. When I was starting out as a web developer, I didn't have any experience. And there were these people who had a lot of websites to show. They worked with big companies, and I didn't have any of that. I was totally new in the whole web design game. So what I did is I saw that my competitors, they had experience building these nice websites. I saw that, and I built my own websites. I built other websites that dummy websites to compete with my competitors' websites. So I could show a client, hey, these are some websites that I've done. It doesn't matter that they're just dummy websites. What I mean by dummy website is that they're sample websites. They're not for real companies. I just created them for my portfolio for imaginary companies, just so I have something to show, just so I have a portfolio to show to prospective clients. And that's how I got my first few customers, my first few clients, is I showed them some work that I just did for myself, for the purpose for display purposes only, basically. And that's how you can compete with experienced freelancers. And it's not just in web design. You can do the same thing in any different industry, in any different specialization or niche. If you're a writer, you can write sample articles. If you're a graphic designer, you can design sample graphics. Even if you're an SEO, which is kind of hard to replicate, you can do rankings on other websites, like your own websites, or maybe you have friends or relatives who have companies that you can do SEO for and rank them and show them to clients. As long as you have work to show clients, sample work, real work, it doesn't matter, as long as they can see your work and they can imagine, okay, this is what this freelancer can do for me. Okay, so that's my answer to the question. How do you compete with experienced freelancers as a newbie? You create your own experience, you create your own portfolio that you will be able to show to clients and to prove to them that you know your stuff, that you are skilled, and that you will produce great results for them. Okay, I hope I was able to answer your question. If any of you have any questions for me, please ask in the comments down below in the comments section, or leave us a message over at ask.jasondulay.com.